This is Jazz, and you're watching Jazz's Rockin Roadshow. I am here at Washington Dulles Airport. I was originally going to shoot an episode in Washington, D.C., but I thought, you know what, I already did an episode in D.C. I can do one later again. So I decided to jump on a plane and go to Jacksonville, Florida to meet up with my dear friends in the band Neverwake. They are currently on a tour, and we're going to go hang out with them and crash the party. Next stop, Jacksonville, Florida. Well, I made it to Jacksonville, Florida. Made it to my lovely hotel here at the Hilton by the airport. And I've got a couple hours before Neverwake loads in at the club. I think they're at Rain Dogs, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to go check them out. But first, I'm going to maybe go see some of the sights here in Jacksonville. Because if I know these guys, they're going to make me push some road cases. Just saying. Anyways, let's go see Jacksonville, or at least a little bit of it. So I am in the downtown area of Jacksonville before the Neverwake Silver Tongue show this evening. This area is the St. John River Park area and marina, and I'm going to Friendship Fountain. This is a very famous fountain here in Jacksonville. You have a river walk through Jacksonville too, from what I understand. So we're just going to check this out. I don't have a ton of time, but let's check it out. So I read somewhere, I think online, that this is temporarily closed, and it looks to me like the whole middle part isn't working the way it should, because there should be big things in the middle going up and down. But, you know, I'm only here for a couple hours before the show tonight, and I'm flying out tomorrow back to Pittsburgh, so I can only show you what's here. And to be quite honest, after that last episode where we tried to go deep sea fishing, I've had enough water for a while, so this is just fine. Of course, I say I had enough water for a while as I walked to the river. So seeing as I don't want to give you misinformation, it does look like the fountains are working from the center there. They just weren't on when I was walking around earlier. I am in the beautiful city of Jacksonville, Florida. I am at Friendship Fountain on the Riverwalk. I figured this would be a good way to show you the city real quick, because I'm not going to be here very long. I'm only going to be in Jacksonville for about 2 hours before I link up with my friends in Neverwake. They are currently out on tour with Silver Tongue, and we're going to go check them out at Rain Dogs down here. It's about as perfect of a day as you could have here in Jacksonville, Florida. River looks beautiful. Got these cool bridges built. Look at that skyline. And Jacksonville looks like they're starting a lock thing like we've seen in so many of the other cities. That's like the new cool thing to do, I guess. So I gotta be honest, I don't really know what Jacksonville, Florida is known for. I mean, I know it's a cool city. It's chill. You know, lots of cool places to eat and drink and all that. But, you know, some cities, there's just, if you go to that city, you got to do this, this, and this. Or that, and that, whatever it may be. But here in Jacksonville, it's just chill. They got a lot of things. They do have things. They have some things I can't do. They do have a lot of parks. They have a place called, I think it's called the Kitty Shack. And it's all these big lions and stuff, and that's a top attraction around here, except for it closes at 3 p.m. So you will not be seeing that on this episode of Jazz's Rockin Roadshow. But yeah, I'm gonna walk down here a little bit, and then I think maybe we just go to the club and hang with the guys in Neverwake. Sounds like a plan, right? I think so. So I think this area is called the Five Corners, if I'm not mistaken. Something smells delicious, I'll tell you that much. A bunch of restaurants and some cool stuff here. You know, when someone says you can't miss it, I can miss it.
I appreciate you, Jim.
Look at this. Rain dogs. Let's check it out. Hi. I'm meeting the band Neverwake. Are they back in the back? Thank you. So I just went into the club, and we're a little bit early for load-in, so the guys are in a back alley waiting to load in. So yeah, let's go find a back alley and find Neverwake. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing? Good to see y'all.
Good, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. So tell the truth. You guys just waited until I got here so I can help you carry stuff. Ain't that the truth? I told you that was gonna happen. I knew it. I know how they rock. I know how they roll. Whatever. So it's good to see you guys, man. How's the tour been going?
Interesting. Would you like a cookie?
No, I'm good at the moment. Thank you, though.
Yeah, fine.
Interesting. We'll talk about that later, huh?
Yeah, we can talk about that all
Yeah.
night.
I heard about I read about your van or your bus breaking down.
Yep. Yeah, we are about 2 hours into driving, and it just went night.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. George is driving, and it just quit accelerating, and we lost. I mean, it didn't lose power. The engine was still running, but it quit accelerating, and we barely just got off the edge. Like, the trailer tire was still on the white line. We
Oh,
were
wow.
like on the highway still, and sat there for like 6 hours. It was a blast.
Nice.
Be a band, they said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what's going on. In rock and roll, you have a load-in time, and you know you're in a band. Like, people think it's cool being in a band, which it is. But when you're on tour, you play a show for 40 minutes, 45 minutes, even an hour. You've still got 23 hours in that day. And you're driving to somewhere, you're getting some food, you're sleeping on floors, maybe a hotel if you're lucky. So these guys got here a little earlier than load-in. Load-in's supposed to be at 5, and they wanted to see if they could get in at 4, but the owner won't let them. So we're just hanging out till 5. So I'm gonna go find some food. This is Memorial Park in Jacksonville, Florida. It's one of their many parks, but this one is pretty popular with people. It's about a 6-acre park, and it is up against the, what is it, the St. Johns River, I think, if my memory serves me correctly. Google it. Google it. You'll find out for sure. But let's check it out. Now, this doesn't seem like a river to me, but it is pretty cool. Jacksonville is a cool city. But you know what? I think it's now time that I go find beer, because it's almost 5 o'clock and I haven't had a beer yet. And that bothers me. Let's see what the status of the load-in is here in Jacksonville at the Neverwake show.
Well, as you can see, since we lost our bus, all the extra stuff, well, not all of it even, but a lot of extra stuff that would have been in the bus is also now in our trailer.
This is my house. TV.
Right.
Yeah. Check this out.
This is a crib. Okay, let's do Jazz's Rockin Roadshow cribs.
This is how we showered right there, all that purified. Yeah, this
Nice.
is our shower right here.
Some baby wipes too, or just the
We do
water?
have wipes.
Yeah, we
Okay.
have some wipes. Yeah.
All right. What else we got? I see a. Is that a
Here's our
power?
bathroom.
Is that a power inverter?
Yeah, well, that's in there. So yeah, we had to have. Well, that actually, yeah, the inverter
Yeah.
right there. We had that with the actual bus. That we
Uh-huh.
had, but that died. So everything was hastily put in here last night because we were caught in a windstorm.
Nice.
So yeah, and then like here's our shower towels that we had to dry. So
All right, what are we bringing?
this is van life, dude. This is van life.
See? It's all fun and games, except it's not.
Yeah.
That's heavy too.
No, it's not bad.
All right, I'll take this one then. I told you they were gonna put me to work. Look at this. I'm here. I was here for like 30 seconds. Justin's like, Jazz, grab that case. That's a truce.
You guys seen everything. That's
I'm-
not true.
I'm gonna edit it out, man. They ain't gonna see none of that. They're just gonna see me suffering with this. Oh, it's so heavy. Oh, gotta walk 5 blocks. Nah, see, I'm gonna carry this case in for them. That way I'm closer to the bar. And when you're closer to the bar, there's beer. If you catch my drift. So I take this, drop it off, and hit the pub. So usually I'm a little bit more organized when I do these shows, but I was out deep sea fishing when I got the okay to come do this show. And then I flew here directly. I ended up in DC for a little bit. That's a long story, for 2 days. And then I flew here. So I've got this camera, got a GoPro, got my actual camera. And then my dear, dear friend Tom from Washington, D.C. loaned me this little guy. It's a Zoom F3. So we're gonna capture, excuse me. It's a Zoom 3. We're gonna capture the audio from tonight right there. So let's see how good we can make this look and sound tonight. I mean, it's gonna look and sound great. It's just whether or not I can capture it for the show. In the meantime, I'm gonna have some beers and probably play a video right now. Cheers.
Bringing a storm of rain and drowning all in time. Rise above the tides of pain and leave us all behind. Another wave on my soul dragging me under. One that is all in the wrong direction. Conscience is out of control, searching for comfort desperately. You still have the chance to run, but anyway, leave all the ashes of your yesterdays and turn it away, and we'll start again. Set this world aflame. Exhale the misery into the winds of time. Free not a clarity. Tear apart these lies, and now the world is growing cold and freezing over. The path is moving our seasons, conflicting thoughts and glory can't composure and try to see. Still have the chance to burn, but it away. Leave all the ashes, all the ashes, ashes and sun. Turn it away, and we'll start again. Set this world aflame. Set it aflame. The chance to burn, but in a way, leave all the ashes, all the ashes, ashes and turn it away, and we'll start again and set this world aflame. Set it aflame. Set it aflame.
I'm getting the behind the scenes here, man.
Oh, what's up?
With a beer in my hand. That's how I roll. What are you drinking? Yeah, don't ask. I'm embarrassed. Now it's just Miller Lite. Yeah, Guinness on tap. Hey, Guinness on tap.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm working my way up to Guinness. Don't worry. Night's young yet.
Every single wireless system I've ever had broke on me. These guys have been using the same ones for like 10 years now.
Never had an issue.
I've had 4.
Yep.
Well, I have none right now.
Yep. So you guys got a new drummer on this tour. So is he a permanent install or just filling in or what?
Well, that is yet to be seen.
Yet to be seen. All right.
Yeah, so when Marcus left, we weren't really trying to rush into hiring somebody new. We just figured for the time being, we would kind of just try to find somebody or even multiple people. We talked about if we could have like, you know, a couple of guys, you know, that we could kind of work with, you know, maybe this guy can't do touring, but he can do some local stuff or whatever. And we talked to a handful of guys, and Arnold was the first one that was like, yeah, I'll learn the songs, I'll come out and we'll see what happens.
And here he is.
Yeah, he did the 2 shows in October with us at home. And you know, he signed on to do this tour. He's going to do Rock Fest with us.
Nice.
In Wisconsin in July. So the playing part speaks for itself. He plays great.
Right.
Hits a ton. Great style. And,
much better drummer than that guy from Homicide Black. Is this even on? But anyways, yeah. Well, I'm glad to see you guys are out here doing this because, like, you're not just playing the same clubs over and over in Pittsburgh or, you know, West Virginia, wherever. Pick whatever city, you know.
Yeah. You know, we love the home shows and trying to stay connected with the hometown base. But you know, in the end, the goal is to get out here and expand and
make it bigger and bigger as much as you can be.
Expand the footprint and keep getting out there.
Yeah. You guys are probably gonna be doing a sound check here, so I'll let you roll. But we will chat after sound check.
Absolutely.
Feeling pretty decent on that? How y'all feel? Alright guys, 5 minutes till doors.
5 minutes till doors at Neverwake Show.
This is Incinerate. So many times, but still we die. Can't fight, losing this battle again. I can't hide, I'm out in the open. I'm saying it's over, my heart's in the fire. Until the ashes rain. The others are calling, the pieces are falling as we enjoy the flames. Dreams so far away in mind, the answers are so hard to find. We walk this road without the lights. Can I aside? The light dies, I'm losing my vision again. I walk blind, I'm reaching the edge. I'm saying it's over, my heart's in the fire. Until the ashes rain, the embers are calling, no pieces are falling as we enjoy the flames deep within my soul. Take over control. I'm saying it's over, my heart's in the fire until the ashes rain. Okay, here's the part in the set where we ask for just a little bit of participation. If you guys can, I want you to bang your heads with us on this next part. That's all you gotta do. I know you guys have necks. I know they're strong. Let's do it. This kicks in. over, my heart's in the fire till the ashes rain. Weighing down upon my dreams. In the spaces wide and empty, make believe that I am free. I know I don't deserve this relief, and second chances are fiction to me, but I can't help what I've come to believe. Why don't you see? I'm outside, holding tight. Are you in there? Underneath your skin, wrapped tight, shielding bright. Are you in there? Won't you let me in? Are you angry? Will you light the way for me? If you reach out, you might feel me. You might see what can be. Tell me everything, where it hurts. I'll do anything to reverse the change I'm causing you. Let me through. I'm outside, holding tight. Are you in there? Underneath your skin, outside, shielding bright. Are you in there? Won't you let me in? I don't believe that it's over. Are you in there? Tired of turning away. Stop this crusade and just find your way back Are you in now? Are you in now?
Well, while you two are here, how's the tour been going?
Well,
There's different ways to answer that.
at least we have each other.
Okay.
No. We left on Saturday, and we made it 2 hours, and the transmission blew up in our bus. It's in Zanesville, place I'll never go back to.
We were stuck there for what seemed like an eternity.
Yeah,
it was like
it felt like
being in
we were like-
purgatory.
A week over there is what it felt like.
Oh.
It was like a day and a half. So we had to rent a van to go from Columbus, which unexpected expense happened, whatever.
Sure.
So now that's what we have. So we're kind of just like sleeping on the most uncomfortable seats that they make for vans.
Well, we have had a couple hotel
Yeah, we got
rooms,
some
but
hotels.
It's absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, did you guys miss any shows because of the breakdown?
Yeah.
We missed Fort Walton, which was the
First night of tour for us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like funny story, like we broke down, it was like 5. And we were like, all right, well, we still got 24 hours before we have to get to Lona.
Yep.
We called the State Highway Patrol. I hate to plug you guys in this because you never showed up. 6 hours.
And well, what's worse, like it makes it a bad thing, is that they said, okay, we'll send somebody out. Then it was, we were there 6 hours and they never showed.
Wow. They had to bring 2 tow trucks, one to get our trailer, one to get our bus. And
Oh,
now it resides in Zanesville.
So you're picking it up after the tour?
What was the second?
rebuild it?
What was the
We're gonna
second
get
part of
towed
that?
back home, and then we're gonna put a new transmission in.
What was the second part of the getting the van to go? The trailer hooked back up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we go to the Bandigo. Me and George take the Bandigo. We're coming back to.
While me and Arnie were having steak and shake for brunch.
Yeah.
All right, nothing wrong
So
with
they're
that.
having a great time.
Yeah.
Me and George were rolling into the junkyard. Whatever.
Well, first we got Chipotle burritos in the shadiest neighborhood we ever.
Oh,
ate in.
no, we needed. Our manager was with us, and he was like talking to us. I was like, get in the car. We'll talk later. This is not a good place.
Yeah, he has a nicer car, and it was the nicest one in the neighborhood, wasn't it?
So we were, but anyway, we get back to the green light, whatever it was, that I'm going to call it a junkyard.
Right.
There is a lit, raging fire next to our trailer,
Right beside it.
right beside it.
Like close enough
Like
that
us
the
to that
entire,
Five
away.
feet.
the whole wall
Five
of the
feet.
trailer was
So,
blazing hot.
Yeah, 5 feet for it to, it was like, I remember we were listening to a song, we were having a conversation. I'm just like, what is that? What is that? What is that? And then we get out, George gets out, and
I just yelled at the first person I saw. He ended up owning the property, so he left after that. But
we saw him go inside and like start yelling at like coworkers or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
who lit that fire? But we like to think that like there was nobody in there. He just walked
Just
in,
happened.
and he was just like, who lit that fire? I don't know, dude. I don't know. You better get out here.
yeah, we
Knowing full well he did it, and he's trying to cover his ass.
I said some things that weren't nice, but
You never do that.
no. But I meant it.
See, so all you bands that aren't touring, this is what you get to miss.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. Load all your money into a
Like,
trailer.
even amongst all the shit, we still have a blast together. It's-
Absolutely.
And we keep saying that. We keep reminding ourselves that like no matter what, like even if it's just for the laughs, like it's a story, and you could be not doing this, and you wouldn't have a story to tell.
Listen, you could be sitting on your couch like a lot of other bands are right now, but you're out there trying to do it. And I think George and I were talking about that earlier. You guys are trying to just not keep playing Pittsburgh and the local places. You're trying to get out and get new audience.
Yeah, and
that's
not-
important.
It's nothing against that area, but like
No,
we
not at all.
played it. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like how many of the same people are gonna come to our shows? They already have our CDs. They already have our stuff. They know when we drop stuff.
Hey, you and I were talking about that.
Like it's nothing against it. It's just
Yeah.
like we can't play, Oliver
it's-
Bar's closed, but we can't play there 40 more times.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's also awesome to go somewhere that you've never been before, and then have fans show up and be like, "Hey, we drove 4 hours to see you."
Yeah.
And someone
Yeah,
from
we've had
South
that
Dakota,
happen. Yeah.
they were like, "Hey, we drove 8 hours," and we're like,
Dang.
"Okay,
And
Yeah.
that's extremely cool to
yeah."
have that happen.
Yeah, to see that happen, be so far away. So, and we love meeting people like that. We love meeting fans who come out to the shows, and like the people who've sprinkled around here and there. Like, yeah, I've been listening to you guys for years since Vitality, and it's like, well, you're an OG. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Right.
And I'm a big softy for seeing kids at the shows too. Since I have one. There was a little girl at the show last night. It was freezing cold and windy, so the dad was holding her. It was outside, so like somebody gave
She
him
had
a
a blanket
blanket.
around her, yeah.
So like she had a blanket, but she was out there rocking. I love seeing that stuff too.
All right, we got to talk to the quiet guy, the new guy.
Oh, yeah. It's I told you,
Dun, dun, dun.
you'd have a moment.
You
I
have,
told you.
you have some big shoes to fill. How you liking the tour, man?
I mean, it's been rocky for sure, but like you said, it's better than sitting at home. I still like to hang out,
Yeah.
travel, experience things, have fun.
Different place each night, man. Different place each night. And that's what really makes you learn what your live show is like, because you're adapting your shows. Like, I've seen you guys on big stages, This is a smaller stage.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, this is a basement basically.
Absolutely. But that's the thing when you play live, and this is what a lot of people don't realize. You don't have the comforts of home. You don't have the comforts of knowing you don't know what you're walking into.
Yeah.
Here it is.
We never been here. We were like, oh, okay.
Absolutely.
They play metal bands.
Yeah.
Let's go there.
But it's going to be cool, man.
It's quite literally what you have to do is like the number one thing that you learn on tour is adapt.
Oh yeah.
Adapt or die.
Yeah. Adapt and overcome.
It's never going to be exactly how you imagine it, and you can have everything perfect and set up. Is many times as you run through it, something is going to go
Oh
wrong.
yeah, and I won't lie. Like, I can't say that I wasn't in there acting like an because the stage is this big and the rack is in my back. And but once we're ready to go,
It'll go away.
I'm fine now.
Yeah.
Now it's good.
You got a Guinness. I mean,
You gotta
it was
get
$18, but it was good.
It's almost a Guinness. It's not a proper pour in a
You get a
cup,
plastic-
but we'll give out a pass.
Kind of tastes like Guinness though.
Here's the thing that I learned about touring. There's always clubs in different cities that aren't necessarily like, wow, that's a kick-ass club, but it's the club that's known for the bands.
Yeah.
Like in Minneapolis, you had 7th Street Entry, and when I walked in here, I thought of it immediately because it's like this little like dumpy place, but like Nirvana played there. Every band has played there. The Pump Room in South Dakota, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So each city has those places.
I mean, you can look at this door and just
There's
look how
some
many
history
bands
here.
came through here.
Yeah.
Like,
What was it? Was it Madison, Wisconsin, where Hijinks was?
yeah, that place.
That's
was
where I
nuts.
mean we
love
played.
that
We
place.
played a ton of big rooms on that tour, and that was the smallest one.
Yeah.
Like
and
everyone was in our face.
It was one of the
It was great.
funnest shows.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that club is closed now. But
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. You can't judge a population by the club they come to see you.
No.
You know what I mean? You might have a gazillion fans here, and this is where they have the shows.
Yeah.
That's not on you.
Yeah,
Right.
we don't pick. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
kind of like what works out on the schedule.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
So, one more tour for the books in 3 days, right? This is 3 more left.
we have
3 after tonight. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. I'm
Come
looking
back
forward.
home.
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. It's colder out here than I expected for Florida. I ain't gonna lie.
I know. I was so
I mean-
pumped to come to Florida. I love it down here. And I was like, all right, Florida sunshine, the beach, and it's been cold. We're wearing
Yeah.
hoodies and pants.
Right?
Usually what we do is we just cuddle up next to them.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I could cut glass right now.
So could I. So could I.
So if you guys need a hotel tonight, I have a hotel at the I'm at the Hilton at the airport. You guys are welcome to
What kind of
crack.
carpeting do they have?
Plenty of floor space if you guys want.
carpet.
I get the bed though.
All right. Well, I'm just telling you, though, the mystery beater's been following us.
Yeah, well, you guys are welcome to crash with me. I'm looking forward to this. For those of you who don't know, I mean, I probably told you this 7 times already on the show, but I flew down from Washington, D.C. this morning just to see my friends.
Which
at
is
Neverwake.
amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you
it's
so
awesome.
much.
Yeah, well, I didn't fly the plane, man. I just had, I drunkenly...
Dino told me. He said you were flying down.
I drunkenly stumbled onto the plane, and people are always like, "How can you do that?" I'm like, "I don't fly the plane, dude. I just got to get on the plane, right?"
They know what they're doing.
But
yeah.
yeah, so I'm looking forward to the performance tonight. These guys were gonna come and jam on the show in my basement, but they're too busy. So I'm like, I'm gonna go find them, and we're gonna have a good time tonight. So you guys are gonna open up with Defiance.
Yeah.
That's the opening number.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna put that right here. So this is Defiance from Neverwake. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
What's up, Jacksonville? We are Neverwake. Thank you for having us out here tonight. Let's do this. I'm on my own. The path I tread is overgrown. The light has entered the hands of mercy, and now I see I am brought to life. further from me, and I'm not near enough to feel your pain. So just embrace the silence. It's over, it's over. Forever in defiance. It's over, it's over. The sun has turned to stone. You're left to die alone. And now you're on your own. It's over. Let's go! 1, 2, 3, 4! I've never wanted to be so cold. And torn apart from good pain I hold. You walked away with everything. You only let shine. And you can't take that from me. So just embrace the silence. It's over, it's over. Forever in defiance. It's over, it's over. The sun has set you strong. You're left to die alone. And now you're on your own. It's over. Let's go!
Everybody, this is my good friend JC. JC has JC's Kick-Ass Rock Show.
That's what I do.
He-
Internet radio. That's
worldwide.
what I'm worldwide.
Absolutely. Tell us
Yeah.
about, so you're local here, but you used to be in Michigan.
Right. Yeah, I'm here in Jacksonville now. I do an online radio show, independent, small label bands. That's all I do.
So if I know some, like if somebody's watching this show and they're in a independent band and they want to get on your show, is that possible?
Yeah.
All right, how do they do it?
kickassrockshow@gmail.com.
Once again, kickassrockshow@gmail.com.
That's me.
So you do shows, like, do you do them on schedule? Do you put them out? Like, how do people?
Okay. I do live Monday nights.
Okay.
From 7 till 10 on digitalrevolutionradio.com and starradiorocks.com.
This is all Eastern Standard Time.
Right. Eastern Time. Wednesday nights, I do 7 till 8 p.m. on hypernovaradio.com. And Thursday nights, I do 10 p.m. till 12 a.m. on the sound at 228. And Saturdays, I do militaryveteransradio.com from 1 p.m. till 3 p.m.
That's awesome. And let me tell you something. It's people like JC that keep the scene alive. I mean, you really do, and we appreciate that.
There's so many cool bands out there that nobody's heard of.
Exactly. Now, not speaking of, because that sounds like I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean it that way. But you were following Silver Tongue, which is why you came to the show, and you just got done seeing Neverwake. A little trivia for you.
All right.
So, I played drums in a band, Homicide Black, and back before the pandemic and all that stupidity, we played several shows with Silver Tongue. So it's a weird reunion of sorts here down in Jacksonville, Florida, because it's like, you know, I'm here with the Neverwake guys.
Silver Tongue's from Baltimore.
Exactly. So
And, yeah.
Yes.
I'm from Michigan, transplanted to Jacksonville, and yeah, it's cool. I'm digging
Exactly.
it.
Dude, music is truly the universal language.
It's no doubt about it, man.
Excellent. JC, thank you for being on my show, my brother.
Not
Listen,
a problem, man.
one more time. How do they get on your show?
JC's Kick-Ass Rock Show on Facebook, Kick-Ass Rock Show on X, formerly Twitter, and Kick-Ass Rock Show on Instagram. Email me at kickassrockshow@gmail.com.
Except for he made one crucial mistake. That's not it at all. It's kick-ass,
Yeah.
not kick-ass. Kick-ass. All right. I hope you had a good time hanging out with me at Rain Dogs down here in Jacksonville, Florida with Neverwake. Killing it. They tore up the place. It was nuts. Silver Tongue is jamming now, and I really like those guys. I want to have them on a show at some point in time in the future, but I've got to get back to the hotel because I've been up since like 3:30 in the morning. I flew here this morning, got here, shot some video, went to the show. It's like after 10 p.m. now. I don't know what time exactly, but I have to jump on a plane at 6 a.m. tomorrow to get back to Pittsburgh. So I'm heading back. Those guys are going to move on to another city. I think they got like 3 more dates of the tour left. And yeah, it's all rock and roll.